Good morning.
Surprise,
to you.
different
people. yeah, nobody that you're normally used to seeing, but you've seen me for the past couple days, or at least late last week. And Angie does have one more day off today, then she's back tomorrow. If you watched Daybreak this morning, you noticed that Ron was gone. He's gone all week, so you are actually going to be in here all week filling in for Ron. But yeah, this is, you know, we both filled in different ways on Lifestyles, but this is our first time.
I think this is the first
hosting
time
together.
you and I have ever worked. Well, no, I would say one. That you and I have ever worked together non-severe weather.
Exactly. I know. I feel like, are you sure there's nothing, you know, weather-wise going on out there that we should be aware of? Well, don't worry. We're right here if we need to be.
I wish there was in a way.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
It's been so hot and humid.
But yeah, but one person that we are used to seeing here on Local Lifestyles.
Good morning.
Yeah, Charlie Stalker. He will be here for your Monday. So he's coming up here a little bit later in the show. There's also always something going on at the Children's Museum of Evansville, and they are going to be here to tell us what they have happening out there coming up, and also some new exhibits. So we're going to find out more, too, about the services being offered at the American senior communities. You'll learn about a system that can make your teeth brighter. That's always something.
Stacey, you have bright teeth already.
Well, I try, but I want to find out more about these power swabs. That sounds like that could be pretty
really cool.
Yeah, that could be kind of cool. And then, of course, yes, garden guy Charlie Stalker is going to be here to answer all of your lawn and garden questions. So let's get to the weather, which, you know, I have a hard time not talking about that. But the weekend, I mean, hottest weekend we've had. We hit 95 yesterday. When that came down, I was working, you know, in the Weather Center last night. I saw that come down, and then I looked back through our records, and that was our hottest since last July.
Yeah, well, I watched it last night.
Right.
And, you know, we actually didn't record an official high on Saturday from the National Weather Service out at Evansville. And I asked them why, and they said, well, that site's being worked on, so we think the temperature actually may be wrong. Which it came in at 97.
Really?
I believe it.
Oh, okay.
I believe it.
Then I was lying last night.
Yeah, they didn't put one out, but when you go into the history, you can see that there was a 6-hour high recorded at 97 degrees.
Wow.
Which I would not be surprised.
Yeah, it felt like it.
If that is correct. Yeah. And, of course, with all that sunshine, we're going to warm right back up today. Southwesterly winds are going to warm us up. So 87 is the current temperature. Evansville, Henderson, Owensboro, Morganfield, Calhoun, Princeton, Fairfield. Wow, lots of. Florida's almost at 90 degrees. And you factor in the heat index. Look at that, 101 is what it feels like in Tell City. Getting close to it in Flora at 98. Where you see the red, that's indicating.
And it's just going to expand.
Oh, yeah, it's just going to get larger.
I mean,
it's going to be Madisonville soon. 98 is what it feels like right now in Madisonville. No clouds on Storm Tracker, of course. It's not going to show any rain either. So high today in the mid-90s for many of us. Luckily, it will be a little cooler for tomorrow. I mean, not by a lot. It's just lower 90s tomorrow. And isolated showers and thunder showers for today, but most of us are going to stay dry for today. I cut the grass.
Did you?
I cut grass yesterday. Just the backyard. The front yard was already done, and boy, did I sweat it out.
Well, I'm sure. I sat at baseball games Saturday and Sunday, and I was just sitting, and I even covered a lot of times. And yeah, I mean, you know what you had to wish for was that little bit of a breeze, and we did get one every so often. And when you'd get that breeze, oh, you hear everybody just
I know.
It felt amazing. All right. Well, we need to get to the day. Do we have to do that? We have to get.
We got to do the Ron.
Do the Ron thing. We have to do this for Ron. We have to get to the daily dish.
It's like the wheels on the bus go round and round or something. I don't know.
Let's not start singing that. Pixar's Incredibles 2 just earned $180 million at the box office. That is the biggest opening ever for an animated film. I know, my kids saw this this weekend, but at the same time, Disney is issuing an unprecedented warning to the viewers of the new film. It involves a scene with a villain named Screen Slaver that features a series of bright flashing lights. So the warning comes after some people posted concerns on social media that moviegoers with a type of epilepsy could be at risk. Now, the Epilepsy Foundation says for about 3% of patients, in some situations, flashing lights can trigger a seizure. It's called photosensitive epilepsy, but the thing is, it's more common in kids and teens. So I guess, you know, especially for this movie, that's why it's drawing more even of a concern.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. I haven't seen that with the movie yet. Now, I've seen it on rides, haunted houses and things like that with the strobe lights. I have seen it there. Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's something to think about, I guess, if that affects you. My kids, two of my girls saw that this weekend.
So you contribute to $180 million.
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't get to go, but I contributed. And Claire, my oldest, she didn't like the first one and loved this one. And I have heard a lot of people saying that the second one is even better than the first one.
Well, yeah, I'm not the big moviegoer anyhow.
Well, maybe this one is one you should try.
Well, probably not.
Just try it out. Okay. All right, how about this? Gaming disorder, now a mental health condition. That's according to the World Health Organization. The disorder is listed in the 11th edition of its International Classification of Diseases. That sounds very technical.
It does.
Which publishes Monday. The ICD is used by doctors and other medical practitioners to diagnose disease and other conditions. And in many cases, healthcare companies and insurers use the ICD as a basis for insurance
That's
reimbursement.
correct. Yes.
So characteristics of gaming disorder include a loss of control and an escalation of gaming behavior. So the expectation is that the classification of gaming disorder could lead to, means that health professionals and systems will be more kind of alerted just to the existence of this condition. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's ICD codes.
Right.
Plenty of those in the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
Joe knows this because before he
Yeah.
came here to be a meteorologist,
Yeah,
you
had
were
plenty of ICD
yeah, worked in the
codes.
pharmacy.
But that's interesting. Now, my brother, I'm not joking. I may have to talk to him about this.
Okay. You think
Oh, he's a
he-
big Xbox gamer.
Right.
And I don't know how many remotes he's gone through because they end up on a wall.
Oh, really?
Oh, he gets mad.
Really? He gets mad.
Oh,
Throws them against the wall.
I'd be in my room and I would hear the of it. I'm like, well, there goes remote number 2.
Wow. Well, there you go. There's a perfect example. Two of my kids like to play video games, and then my daughter Gwen, she really doesn't. But so far, they haven't thrown any remotes against the wall.
Only thing
so
I ever
keep an eye on
owned was
them.
a Virtual Boy. That's all I ever owned.
So you weren't into games at all?
No, I was outside making mud pies.
You're
And then Mom's like, please quit making the mud pies outside. You're making a mess of yourself. I'm like, oh.
and then you drag it all in, and then she
So
has
then
to
I started
clean
looking at the
everything
sky.
up.
I was like, weather.
And then you decided to be a meteorologist, and we're so happy about that. That makes us all happy.
Oh, well, I'm glad.
Okay, well, these aren't your ordinary sand sculptures. Check these out. My goodness, these
Wow.
creations in New Hampshire are a cut above the rest, fit for an international competition that drew contestants from the United States and Canada. Those are so impressive. It's called the Hampton Beach Master Sand Sculpting Classic. Did you get that? The massive works of art created by 10 master sculptors. 5 of them were from the United States. 5 of them were from Canada, and after carefully reviewing all of the sculptures, the judges crowned Abe Waterman as the winner. And Sunday marks the competition's 18th year.
That's great.
That's amazing. I wonder how long, I always wonder how long that actually takes them. Or is there a time limit, I wonder, that they have to get their sculpture completed?
That's a good question. Do we know where this took place?
In New Hampshire, I think.
Was it New Hampshire?
I thought they said it was in New Hampshire.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
New Hampshire.
When you
okay.
just said yes.
Because
New Hampshire.
they have the same kind of competition
I'm sure there.
where Evan lives. My best friend in Virginia Beach, he's a meteorologist as well. And they put these, I don't want to call them tents, they're kind of like metal structures all up and down the beach, and they have these contests.
That's amazing.
Right there on the beachfront.
Yeah.
It's great. It's beautiful
Yeah,
stuff.
they are. They're beautiful. And then, I don't know how long they last. Or,
I bet Ron can do that.
Oh, I'm sure Ron could do that.
Ron doesn't like to take credit. He is an artist.
Is he really?
Oh, I mean, have you seen those caricatures he draws up?
I have seen a few of those where, yeah, he can draw like anyone.
Yeah, he can whip it up real fast,
Real
too.
fast, yeah. He could probably do that.
Great handwriting.
Maybe when he goes on vacation, he does go to those competitions and we don't even know about it.
Yeah. We'll get a sand out in the backyard and see what he can do with it.
We could try that. We could try that. All right. Well, when we come back, we've been talking a lot about the heat.
Yep.
And it was here over the weekend. This is going to be our, 4th day in a row now, above 90 degrees.
Oh, most likely.
Yeah, and that heat index over 100. So if you need to take a place, have a place to take the kids to play over the next couple days when it's too hot outside, there's always something going on at the Children's Museum of Evansville. They're going to be in next to tell us what is happening there. Also, a new exhibit that they have, too. So we'll be back right after this with more local lifestyles.